All right, man. According to World Boxing News, it looks like Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman may do Andrew Ruiz versus Charles Martin. Let's talk about it. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Obviously, Charles Martin, he just got a win over Gerald Washington. He did lose to Kanowski. Obviously, lost to AJ at one point in his career early on. Andrew Ruiz beat AJ, lost to AJ. Also lost to Joseph Parker, which I think he won. Definitely not a fight I'm looking forward to, but if it is the main event of another heavyweight card, all heavyweight televised card, I'm down for it. I like that feel. If they can package this with a heavyweight card, you can put Areola versus somebody on the undercard and FN Jabboy on the undercard. I like that feel, man. And, this probably should be on the Wilder Fury 3 undercard and make it an all heavyweight pay-per-view portion. That's what people want to see. People want to see big guys hurting each other. But Andrew Ruiz was supposed to fight Kanowski, Areola. Now Charles Martin name thrown in there because he can beat Charles Martin. That's why he will take that fight. I would prefer to see him fight Areola. Two Mexican heavyweight boxers in the same ring. You don't really see that. Areola hadn't officially retired yet. So I like to see him and Areola fight before Charles Martin. But with Charles Martin, man, just not that good to me. You know what I'm saying? People on social media, Twitter, called him an underachiever. I said he an overachiever. He's a dude that should have never held the belt. He proved that he wasn't soft and he wasn't going to get knocked out by Kanowski. He took Kanowski the distance and he proved his point. But to be at the top of the upper echelon of the division, who has he beaten, bro? Even the title that he won that because old boy tore his ACL in like the second round. He beat Gerald Washington. I mean, who ain't beat Gerald Washington? Big Baby beat him. You know what I'm saying? Kanowski beat him. Then, he did stop him. Okay, cool. But Washington's been on an ass-whooping streak, getting his ass-whooped streak. So my whole thing about it is it's only appealing if they stack it with another all-heavyweight undercard. I expect Andrew Ruiz to be able to handle business. But Andrew Ruiz will take this fight because it's easier than Areola because Areola got power. Charles Martin ain't really carrying no power. He a southpaw, make him difficult. But the thing about southpaws, you don't want to fight athletic southpaws, good foot movement southpaws, slick out southpaws. Charles Martin stiff as a plank from Ed, and Eddie. All right, he ain't moving his head. He ain't difficult to find. He ain't beat nobody. So this is basically a glorified tune-up. Well, this is a tune-up. It ain't even glorified. This is a tune-up for Andrew Ruiz and to get back in the winning rhythm towards situation. Probably a quick way to make some good money. Testing out a new trainer, which he ain't really announced. Corona, the Ro gonna make it a little bit more difficult. Probably to find a new trainer. So, like I said before, man, Ruiz got the hand speed advantage. Even if he come in out of shape like he did with AJ the second time, shouldn't be no issue with Charles Martin. It's a tune-up, and when you lose like you did versus AJ, you breaking in a new coach, and he comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with him. He comfortable. He's still smiling. He happy he got the money right now. I just don't like his mindset. You can see why his career is in the shitter, and it wasn't Bob Arum fought or Top Rank fought or Todd DeBuff fought. His career was in the shitter because he a lazy motherfucker. He's immature. You know what I'm saying? Very, very immature. This dude is like, he got the mindset of a teenage boy. I'm not talking 18, 19. I'm talking about like 13. You know what I'm saying? Just barely a teenager. You can tell, man. He ain't had no motivation, man. And when these dudes get this money, first thing they want to blame is the coaches. And somebody was just speaking on that, man. Andre Rozier said the fighters need to take responsibility for their performances. And I definitely agree on that. They do need to take responsibility for their performances and not throw the coaches under the bus. When these dudes get that type of money that Andrew Ruiz got, bro, it ain't nothing you can tell them. Either you're going to be a Freddie Roach, you're going to be a Derrick James, you're going to be a pushover. Because the Floyd Singers of the world, the disciplinarians of the world, and boxing coaches, those dudes is dead. If you militant, and you disciplined, and you hard on these fighters, man, it ain't going to work. It's a whole different generation of a fighter. Man, imagine the next generation that's coming up. If you ain't a father or like an uncle figure like Cotto had in his corner, man, these dudes, and Cotto fired his uncle. That was one of the worst decisions he made. And he started getting his ass whooped for sure after that. But But, you know, if you ain't a father figure in that corner and got a grip on your son like that, and you one of these coaches out here, you can't be militant. You can't be hard on these guys. You can't, I mean, the next generation going to be even worse. These niggas shut down when you yell at them. Coach used to yell at us, no water breaks, smack us on the helmet, you know, tap us on the chest. You know, they hit punches, blow our shit out. Mom used to say, like, yo, you probably deserved it. Now, this is a totally different breed. So when these dudes get money and you tell them something that they need to hear, but they don't want to hear, they fire you. They don't even fire you like a man and shake your hand and tell you to. They fire you from text messages, email, through another person. And this type of people you dealing with, man. These dudes need to take, action. He fired Manny Robles for what? It was your fat ass fault. And still look at him. All this jewelry he buying. Man, motherfuckers balling like they LeBron. They balling like they Warren Buffett. They balling like they Jerry Jones. Man, these niggas don't stop buying jewelry, bro. If you want people to know who you is, fight the best, train hard, and get notoriety on the grand scale, man. Get notoriety by beating these fighters' asses and fighting the best. Jewelry, unless you buying gold, is obsolete. That ain't nothing but depreciation. The cars, depreciation, it's nothing. It's nothing, man. Especially when you in a business where dudes that made over hundreds of millions of dollars have fallen. Vander, Mike Tyson. These dudes have lost more money than you ever go make. And you still spending money on stupid stuff. You still not taking it serious. Shouldn't nobody have to fight 20 years and have 70 fights like Roger Mayweather. The boxing ain't designed for you to be in it for 20 years. Maybe 10 at the most. 10 escape. You know, but this fight right here, it's don't tickle nobody fancy unless they throw an all heavyweight fight card together, man. Can Charles Martin pull off the upset? Yes, because Andy Ruiz is lazy. Got a lot of talent, but he fat and he lazy. So, you know, but I just think Ruiz is more dynamic, you know, better puncher. You know, just, you know, even a more slippery fighter up top, man. Andy Ruiz should win this fight by knockout. And if he don't win this fight by knockout, or he struggled with Charles Martin, he need to reevaluate, you know, where he is in his career, reevaluate his priorities. But, you know, this will put him in position to get an AJ rematch. You know what I'm saying? This will put him, it'll put him in a position to get that rematch. And I don't think AJ mind rematching Ruiz again, because he's just going to drag his ass to the UK this time and pump it up. You know what I'm saying? He be on that Tyson Fury, man. He be on that wild boar. So it don't really surprise me. But this could put Charles Martin in position to rematch Anthony Joshua. And there was an article in World Boxing News as well. And I linked this article in the description saying that Joshua basically has some stupid ass weak mandatories. And I agree. Josh Taylor got one. I mean, mandatories, they come out of nowhere and they don't be good, bro. They be some guy from the Philippines, Thailand, Italy you never heard of. Make mandatories great again, man. They need to have structure for mandatories. You should have to beat 2 people in the top 5, 3 or 4 people in the top 10 before you become a mandatory. Because all it's doing is hurting the sport. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way fucking Q-Rap Puev should be a mandatory. Ain't no way Josh Taylor should be fighting this mandatory. Ain't no way Arthur Peterbia should be fighting the mandatory that he fighting. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way in my future voice these dudes should be fighting these weak ass mandatories. And this shouldn't be a title eliminator neither. Both of them don't deserve it. Andy Ruiz got to show me something, man. Like Jay-Z said, man. Charles Martin got to beat somebody. Beating Andy Ruiz, that'll be a good start. You know what I'm saying? Or beating Robert Helenius, that wouldn't impress me neither, man. Beat the boys and Joyce Winter. You know, beat Felipe Hargovich. You know, beat Dillian White bum ass, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Andy Ruiz should fight after he get done with Charles Martin, or Charles Martin get done with Andy Ruiz. But I think it's gonna be Andy Ruiz fight Dillian White fat ass, man. He ain't shit, but I think he gonna have his hands full with Povetkin. The road and saved a few niggas from the upsets, man. The corona, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I linked the World Boxing News article in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video, but Cash App, PayPal there. Let me know what you guys think. Who you got winning? Andy Ruiz or Charles Martin? Do you care for the fight? In the comment section. Love to hear you guys' opinion. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button. Share the video.